Oh, goodness. Who do I have a crush on? I actually kind of am dating my crush. I really actually had a crush on him for a long time, and it just so happens we fit together great.
Ready to party and rock out?
But John's at home watching. Hi.
You say hi to John?
Hi, honey.
You're a lucky guy tonight, Jen.
I feel very lucky. She looks amazing. So.
Hi, honey. Will you take the cats out and make sure that the dog is
Final
fed?
question, but John dedicated a song the other day. So sweet.
He
oh
is
my
a sweetheart.
Gosh.
That's why I love him.
How was it working with John Mayer on this album? I mean, he's a really talented guy.
Well, actually, we did a song for his album, and we were recording around the same time, writing and recording around the same time with our records. So it was always like popping by the studios, each other's studios, and just like come over for dinner or something, or check in. And we did an incredible duet called "Who You Love" that is a beautiful song. I'm so proud of, because people hear it and they hear a different side of me. They almost hear like a more raw, organic side of me, and so you had to hear it. It's called "Who You Love."
Is it easier going out with a fellow musician?
You know, I think that like there's a lot of understanding when you get home and you say, you know, I had a pretty crappy show. It's not like you have to sit there and explain why for an hour. They're like, oh yeah, I understand, because I've had one too.
Yeah, you get it.
And so there's a lot more understanding of context, and that's very nice. And also you get to share music. Like when you discover some band that you love, you're like, you sit them down and you show them, and you know, the dance parties are much more fun.
Well, thank you everyone.
Roar's in my life. Okay. Yeah, that's in my life. I was actually it was a really cool time to, I've personally never seen, I never experienced having a relationship with a song before that song left the stable. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge song. And I remember hearing it for the first time going like, wow, what an interesting experience to hear something that you identify as massive before it's massive. I thought it was a really sweet, unforgettable sort of experience to hear someone's work while they still have a very nascent sort of relationship with it and go like, wow, this is this megaton bomb. In a way, you get swallowed up by it. It's so big because it's such an incredibly big song that it doesn't need you to tell anybody while you're eating lunch. Millions of people are going to be dancing on tables to that, and it's just such a different approach to the sort of same art form that I find that very interesting. I would rather have said too much about Roar than not brought it up at all.
It changed my life because I was just getting to know a girl and started really reconsidering just how difficult everything was going to be right as he was putting the needle through my neck, because I was still getting to know this girl and I wasn't going to be able to talk to her. And she was more incredible than I ever thought, because she would order for me. I would whisper in her ear and she would order for me with the waiter. I would whisper in her ear and she would tell people, "It's nice to meet you," he says. And we did a lot of whispering. And when I was in Montana and I wasn't speaking, really bad cell phone service, a really bad internet service out there. I mean, the cell phone isn't great either, but internet's not great for iChat, and a lot of dropped video frames. And so she was so patient as to even continue to get to know me and love me while we would be on speakerphone and look at intermittent photos of each other that were coming through this really choked satellite internet line. And this is a long time coming for the both of us, and I want to dedicate this next song to my Katy, who is my face to come.
Given me so